Who is after Pastor Iluyomade? A very serious question now. I know somebody is writing to buttress what is happening to this pastor and whether somebody in RCCG or anywhere is after him or he is after himself by his behavior and his family during the passing away of Habat Mwigwe, his wife and his son. The way they reacted and the way they handled it as the presiding pastor, pastor in charge of the city of David, could it be the reason they are facing what they are facing? So now it's a big question. Who is after this Pastor Iluyomade and his wife? Is it their behavior, or is it RCCG, or is it an external force from elsewhere? We need to know. The pastor of City of David, Pastor Iluyomade, fondly called Pastor ID, has maintained absolute silence since the issue with his parish became public. He was directed to report at the ème1ès headquarters and to attend his services there. After his suspension, he complied and has been worshiping there since then. Okay? He has continued to maintain profound silence in spite of varying rumors and palpable falsehood being sponsored in the media by various interests. So the latest claim is an alleged 320 million naira debt, but this is a clear fallacy. Now, what could be called debt in the church account with Access Bank is 373 million 578,342 naira 77 kobo, which is actually the interest from 16.6 billion loan of the church, which 10.5 billion is the loan and the 6.1 billion the interest that accrued over the years. But it is important to note that the church has paid back 7.6 billion of this loan between January and June this year. Yes, 7.6 billion paid in 6 months, leaving an outstanding principal of 9 billion as stated by the Access Bank. So in his email dated May 14, 2024, and signed by Chinelo Chinwendo Nwajago, a branch manager with the title Current Outstanding Balance of Trinity Towers Facility, the bank put the sum of 373,578,342 naira 77 kobo as the interest due on July 21st, 2024, in addition to a total outstanding principal of 9 billion naira. So indeed, the 373.5 million is not due for payment until July 21, but City of David under Pastor Iluyomade has already deposited 200 million in the account. Left then is 173 million to complete the interest sum. This amount would have been raised before the July date, but for this whole saga. So it is this interest sum that is now being mischievously altered and, bandied or branded in the media as debt. It is undoubtedly a hoax. So there is also the news that the COD account is being audited by KPMG. This is true, but the fact is that the parishes of the Apapa family that Pastor Iluyomade heads are audited every year, just like the other RCCG parishes. So if COD is being audited at this time, it is only fair that all the 60,000 parishes of the church in Nigeria should be audited. And just a while ago, there was this loud whispering that Pastor Iluyomade's issue was a result of building Trinity Tower in his family name. Oh, that hard fact, however, the hard fact, however, is that the cultivated lawyer and pastor erected a timeless, iconic edifice for RCCG and not his family. Can you imagine? The hard fact, however, is that the cultivated lawyer and pastor erected a timeless, iconic edifice for RCCG and not his family. So he has endured all the outrage and scandals and gave RCCG officials all the cooperation they needed for their investigation. So one of those on the investigation mission was reportedly so touched by their findings that so vindicated Pastor Iluyomade that he said this man deserves a better treatment. So why is his name being subjected to this brazen infamy? Why is he being hounded? Is it a sin to build a glorious edifice for the Lord? What is Christianity all about? Lord have mercy on the church. Akinwale worships at COD. Akinwale is the person writing this now. So now the question is, if all of these facts are coming out, the case has become a public case now, why not Iluyomade at least defend himself or let the church publish something that counters what is being heard in the public? That is one thing. Number two, I would say if not that the Iluyomade behaved the way they behaved during the death of Herbert Nwigwe and his family, I tell you, all this will not come upon them. That is it. So whether what is coming to the public is fallacy or not, it is their behavior during the death and burial of that family that is bringing this upon them. Why will you lose such a person or such a family and you are leaving the situation to go and do a 60th birthday at Eco Hotel, a glamorous birthday that, threw your integrity into the mud, that, put you at stake, you and your wife, and you never show any form of remorseness after the ceremony. If you had issued a public apology that this situation was like this, for whatever inconvenience to cause, we appeal. You did not do that. And even when they were doing the burial of the Nwigwes in Port Harcourt, you were openly rejected from attending it, and you kept quiet about it. You accepted it and kept quiet. You didn't say anything. You didn't write anything. You didn't react in any way for people to know that it was not intentional, so that they can, you can put the situation straight. You did not. So all of these things is what is bringing all this. So what about the resignation? Because this person has written now. What about the resignation that he has resigned from RCCG? Why didn't this guy add it now? Because this person is trying to save the face of the Iluyomade, which is not a bad thing to do anyway. But why didn't this Akinwale, also write and talk about the resignation from RCCG? Because it's obvious that they have resigned. So what is happening here? If you want to put the record straight completely. That is it. As always, Mr. Akinwale, the writer, the image maker of Pastor ID, why didn't you also address the issue of the unreasonable birthday party when the remains of Nwigwe and his family was still in the morgue, which is the genesis of this wahala? Exactly. Like I said, exactly. Oh, thanks for balancing the two sides by my brother. That is the issue. You have written where to save the face of the Iluyomade. Why not start from the genesis of the wahala? Why start from the middle? Now, you did not talk about the birthday party. You did not talk about the burial and the death of the Nwigwe. You also did not talk about his resignation. You just choose the part of the money to talk about. Man, this guy is somebody say, in as much as I am not happy about the death of Nwigwe, I'm not against the birthday. Yes, because it has been the order of the day for most churches these days for their pastors and wives. The pastor's friends can decide to celebrate their pastor's birthday without church funds. So from my point of view, in this matter, someone at the corner wants his pastor ID out so that he can take over now. Now, I have a question. If a poor woman had died in the place of Nwigwe, would they have put restrictions to celebration like the birthday? Well, you are just asking questions, but that won't work. We're talking about Nwigwes that have contributed to the building of the tower. So look at the relationship with Nwigwes over time. If it's a poor man that has built a very big relationship too, the same thing will happen. Nwigwes have been almost like the first class financier of that Trinity Tower and the city of David. So why would they not deserve fair treatment even in death? I beg. Somebody say he would mention that, and the claim that he has report and worshiping at the headquarters is a hoax as well, because the guy has resigned. Why did he resign? Image laundering is what this article is all about. The writer seems to be one of ID's foot soldiers and beneficiaries of his generosity while he was the parish pastor. Let the RCCG and the audit firm do the needful and the truth be made known to all and sundry. Nobody is after Pastor Iluyomade, okay? Exactly. Are you one of the oppositions? Listen to yourself. Alatenuji, somebody. This sympathizer is a very bad friend. Anything about the church is spiritual and shouldn't be handled carnally. That is it. So the thing here is that Iluyomade himself is the one that put himself in this situation because of their behavior from beginning. So this image maker is just trying to save the face of Iluyomade, but he didn't even do a good job because he's leaving so many questions begging for answers. So thank you for listening and let's have your comments.